Hey guys, I'm going to do my second vlog, which is cool. There is a decent amount of swearing in it. I'm not apologizing for it, but it is there, so you know. Do you ever... I don't know. Of course you do. You get disappointed with people, okay? That's what life is, okay? It's a series of people surprising you and people disappointing the fuck out of you. Think about whatever. It really isn't really that big a deal. Because life isn't about what's going on up here. It's translating this into this. It's translating your thought processes into action. So you could be fucking Mozart up here, but if you can't write the goddamn fucking music out, you can't play the goddamn music, you can't share that with someone else, then what's the fucking point? Then you're not Mozart, okay? Your body is your paintbrush. It's a giant paintbrush, and your canvas is existence. And some people, they paint bad pictures. Some people paint better pictures. But most people are somewhere in that stupid middle range where you can't just be one or the other. You gotta be really good and then really bad. You gotta be high and low, left, right, black, white, blah, blah, blah. It's not a fucking Katy Perry song. The point is, I know my opposites. But what's more important than that, what's more important is that I am that way as well. I'm sweet and nice and supportive one second, and then I'm exactly the opposite the next second. So sure, this is a rant about it, but I'm not pissed off at people. I'm pissed off that we're like this in the first place. Because none of us actually get it right. This guy didn't get it right all the time. This guy didn't get it right all the time. Right? These guys didn't get it right all the time. You can listen to your music, and you can watch your art, or you could play with your art, like on a video game, or you could like make your art, right? Then experiencing your own art is something completely different than experiencing someone else's art. People painted this shit. People wrote this music. Elton John sang this fucking music, right? It's very fancy. But this is Elton John at a certain point in his life. Because he could have written Candle in the Wind, and it's sweet and wonderful and beautiful, and it's amazing, and I love singing it, and it's a terrific song. It's like a masterpiece song. Someone could have called him on the phone or something, and he could have just been a jackass 5 minutes after he fucking finished recording it. See these two people? They didn't get married. They didn't fucking grow up together. And you know why he was with her in the first place? Because he couldn't stand being with the girl before that. He eventually started wandering because she wasn't fulfilling him or something. So like he would go on trips and be with other girls, and like their relationship ended. And then this was like one of the girls he was with for a long time. Wrote a bunch of music about, and sure, I'm sure he'd have a lot of sweet things to say about her since she's dead now. I hope he went to her funeral. They look like a damn perfect couple to me. Perfect couple. Fuck Joan Baez. These two should have probably been together forever. Now what fucked it up? I have no idea. But it was probably partially Bob Dylan's fault and partially her fault, and they fucked it up because they were obviously good enough to be together for two or 3 years or whatever it was. They were obviously made a big impact on each other. She's written a book about it. He's written, 4 fucking albums about it. There's probably her in just about every song he's ever written since her. And it's like, and before that, he probably wrote songs about how he didn't have that thing yet, which became her, right? I bet he's been thinking about exactly what I'm talking about. He's been thinking about what I've been talking about right now for probably, triple the amount of time I've been alive. I've been thinking about this, 4 fucking years since I actually became self-aware as a human being, right? And it's like, before that, it was fucking Pokemon and goddamn movies every day, and your mom making you a turkey sandwich. And you know what? That was a great time in life. But as soon as you start thinking about this shit, right? 4 years. So he's probably been thinking about it, for 40 fucking years. And then he can't even figure it out. He's still got to make art to try to work through his situations. So I guess I'm just going to be fucking doing this fucking blog thing, except 40 years from now it'll be in like 3D and like smell-o-vision, and you'll be able to like put it on your like upload it into your head. Maybe you'll have a computer that goes into your brain, right? And maybe it'll think about it for you. Maybe you'll be able to vacuum, and then you can send out those thoughts that are distracting you to the computer in your head, right? And you send them to the computer in your head, and it'll fucking process it out, and the printer in the back of your head will fucking print out some words, and you'll be able to rip it off and read it, and it'll say, "This is how you solve the problem. I just did the work of 10 million years of human thought for you." And there you go. It's all in black and white. There you go. I'll have the answers from my head printer, so there'll be no reason for me to even make the blog. Because no one will need to actually vet anything, right? Because, like, your family always wants to talk about it with you, but, like, you feel guilty because, like, I don't know, I'm not here to tell people about other people's problems or situations, including my own. I don't like throwing my problems on my family or my loved ones. I don't like throwing things that affect me that other people have done on those people. It's not fair to that person. It's not fair to this person. I'm not mad at myself. I'm not mad at them. I'm just mad that it all has to exist like this. But you know what? This guy couldn't figure it out either. He got divorced like 3 times. He's been fucking miserable. His wife took all his money and he had to record more and travel more. Right? So he finally just said, "Fuck it, I give up." And he married like some 20-something cook. Because that's what you need when you're Billy Joel and you're rich. You just need someone to look pretty and make you macaroni and cheese. She's a professional cook. She probably makes some like fettuccine like that. Just make me some fettuccine. Make me some goddamn Alfredo. This guy died, so like he didn't really have a shot. He probably got pretty damn close. I feel like he's been pretty close. Right? He looks close. Obviously on this album, he wasn't that close. He was still thinking about it. But I bet he's closer than all these people. I should ask him that. There you go. That's my problem. Just ask Leonard Cohen. Just go find this guy that's on my album I got. Why have a blog? Maybe I can get a chip in my head that represents, in the future, of course, not right now, because I'm sure that technology exists somewhere and the taxpayers have paid for it, but they won't give it to us yet, right? So, like, I bet I could get a Leonard Cohen AI implanted into my head. And then whenever I have a problem, I'll never be alone. No one will ever be alone because they can just have someone else in their head to have a conversation with. Like right now I'm having a conversation with the void of the internet, right? But if I got the Leonard Cohen, trademark, official branded chip that, I could just talk to Leonard Cohen about it. Wouldn't that be fucking brilliant? Consider this my patent. I am patenting implanting someone else's personality into your head so you can fucking talk about it. Had a bad day? Talk to fucking Leonard Cohen. Had a bad day? Talk to Bob. Had a bad day? Talk to Thoreau. Ooh, yeah. Thoreau. Thoreau or Emerson. Maybe Machiavelli. That would be good. If like you're pissed at someone, you just like bust out your Machiavelli chip. Be like, what do you think, Nikolai Machiavelli, about this situation? He'll be like, you need to be loved and feared equally in this situation. If someone's bothering you, make them fear you, but they love you. He would tell me that. I learned all about that in his book. But I shouldn't read his book. Books are just people having a conversation with you, right? A book is a conversation, okay? This is him talking to nobody. But nobody is everybody, right? What's the point of the damn book if you could just talk to Machiavelli? I would make books obsolete with my idea. You'd be able to just buy my little softwares, little memory card, wirelessly download it from the internet, Like, you'll be able to view the internet in your mind, right? And just like, your eyes would become the pages. Like, that's what I'm looking forward to. Because, you know what? Laptops are pretty portable, but they're not as portable as my eyes, which are already there. Maybe my palm will be like my mouse pad, okay? So whenever I can go into like computer mode, just sit down and be like, They're not going to be able to tell you more than we know about them. You know, if you're talking to Edgar Allan Poe or something, he's not going to be able to tell you why it's fucked up, but like he'll be able to give me his rationale, right? He'll be able to say like, this is my like philosophy of the situation, or this is my this is my thought process. You can take it or leave it if you want, but that's kind of how I would run it through my transient.